morning. Good morning. Listen, if you can hear me, go ahead in the chat room to start things off. Go ahead and say, this will be my best school year ever. Yes, go ahead and put in the chat. This will be my best school year ever. Yes, thank you for being here this morning. Also, let me know what city you're from. Let me know what city you're from. Listen, today we're going to be talking about something that I call the power of the 168, or I call it the 168 rule, right? The 168 rule. And we'll talk about that and show you by mastering the 168 rule what this will do for you, your student, even if you're a parent and a teacher. The power of the 168 rule. Let's talk about it. Hey! 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 Welcome to another best school year ever morning session. Listen, if you are here, I see people are jumping on here from Facebook as well as YouTube. Thank you. Instagram, thank you for being here this morning. And here's the beautiful thing about our days, right? If there's something that we wanted to do yesterday and we didn't get it done, if you're living today, you have the opportunity, guess what? To get it done today. And I believe for you as a student, whether you're a parent, whether an educator, to have your best school year ever, it starts with having an amazing day. Now, if you haven't saw the live streams from day 1 and day 2, listen, go ahead and go back to check out those live streams. Day 1, we talked about the power of setting your intention. Go ahead and set your intention that this will be your best school year ever. What's going on Instagram? What's going on Terrell? What's going on Taisha? Right? Go ahead and set your intention. Day 2, we talked about routines and the power of routines, the power of being able to get back into the flow of things. You know, right now, we all have a little crazy routine because of the pandemic. But whether you're going to homeschool, whether you're in-person school, whether you're doing virtual school, whether you're even doing what they call it, a little bit of both. I can't think of that word right now. All right, regardless of what it is, let's talk about the power of 168. And I believe, let me see if you can see my screen here. Make sure you can see my screen. Yes, if you can see my screen there, type yes, you can see my screen. Stream. Awesome. So let's talk about the power of 168. Now, the power of 168. Let me make sure my pointer's on. All right. This is not wanting to work the way I want it to. Maybe my tab was like, yo, I'm not sure. Okay, let's close this real quick. All right, boom, 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 boom. Let's try to open him again. If it doesn't work this time, then I will just, interesting. There it is. All right, cool. Hope you guys can see that. All right, cool. Let's talk about the power of 168. And by the way, if you are a teacher, yes, if you are a teacher watching this, sometimes people ask me about my technology. Teachers, would it be cool if I did a training on how to better connect with your students with technology? I know a lot of my STEM teachers ask me to do that. Maybe I'll do that. All right. So in another video, I even talk about this. But I'm using a cool service called eCam Live. What's going on, Melinda? Good morning. Let's see if this pops in here. Good morning, Melinda. Yes, my comments are coming in. What's going on, Lakita? Welcome this morning. My comments are finally coming in. Cool. I think my YouTube comments are coming in. That's YouTube. How do I know? Because there's a YouTube logo there. Cool. Good stuff. All right. So if you guys can see my screen, I think we're good. So let's talk about the power of 168. And again, this is eCam Live, and I'm simply having my iPad connected to my laptop, and I'm able to write on the screen. All right. So let's talk about the power of 168. Here we go. 168. All right. So we have 24 hours in a day, all right, times 7 days a week. That's how we're getting 168. The rule of 168 is that because this is all you have on a week, like honestly, I don't believe in time management. I don't believe in time management. Yes, I don't believe in time management. Why? Because listen, there's nothing that I can do to stop time. I can't manage time. I can't slow it down. I can't speed it up. But what I do believe in is self-management, right? How I manage myself will determine how effective I am with time, and specifically with these 168. So here's what I want to do on the rule of 168 is to identify all of the hours of your week. Okay, so first I like to start with sleeping, right? All right, so let's say that's 7 days a week, and you may sleep 7 hours a day, 8 hours a day. You may have some extra hours on the weekend. What's going on? My grandmother, London, said, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So let's say 49 hours was 7 times 8, 56. Let's say you sleep over a little bit, so that's 60 hours for sleeping, all right, per week, all right? Now, let's say if you work, I'm going to deal right now with let's say a teacher. Let's say you work 40 hours a week. Now, I know most teachers may say it's more than 40 hours a week, all right? So we'll put work here, all right? If you were a student, this could be your school time, all right? This could be your school time. Then we think about, eating time. So let's say if we eat, hour, 30 minutes a day, 3 times a day, let's say 3 hours, okay? 3 hours a day times 7, that's about 21 hours. Let's put 20 hours just for eating and prepping. This is per week, right? And then we have to think about cleaning up, right? Washing our face, brushing our teeth. We have that down. Instagram, I'm sitting here writing on this tablet, Instagram this morning. That's what this is, right on this tablet. Okay, so we got to get prep time. Let's say if it takes us an hour a day times 7, and we round it up to 10 hours. All right, so this is prep, bathe time, right? Clean time. And then let's say travel time. Now here's the amazing thing. Some people you don't have to travel to school. Maybe you have to walk from the bedroom over to the virtual computer. Other people are traveling to school, where you want to calculate your travel time, right? Travel. We'll say that's 30 minutes to school, 30 minutes away from school. That's an hour a day. We'll round it up to, let's go ahead and say 10. All right, let's round it up to 10. And then we got to think about chores. We think about maybe social time. I'm going to just write it over here. Social time. All right, maybe you're in college and you have a part-time job as well as going to school. All right, so I'm going to call this part-time job. Let's say you work, 20 hours a week. And then let's also say, hey, you have a part-time job and you participate in the extracurricular activity. All right. Now, I know activities have been adjusted a little bit, but, we have those times there. All right. Now, here's the power of 168. I think my face is on top of that. All right, cool. So what we now have to do is, because of the power of 168, you take everything that you normally do during that week and you subtract it from the 168. And then once you're done, we want to answer this question. How much study time is available? Right? So if we take 168, if I have my calculator, that'll be 108, right? We got 108, subtract 40 from 108, 10, so that'll be what? 68, right? Then we take 20 from 68, right? 48. And then we take time from travel and cleaning, 10. And as we see what's going on, we will notice that, oh, wow, what's that, 10? All right, that's 38. And if we do the math correctly, here's what I want you to get to. How much time do I really have for studying? Right? How much time do I really have for studying? Now, honestly, when we don't understand where our time is going in the power of 168, we'll find ourselves coming up short every single school year because we don't properly put the time in to study, right? So if you have 168 hours of the day, I love somebody just says from New York, what's going on? Afro Plato, he says, this will be my best school year ever. Welcome, sir. Welcome. All right. So if the power of 168 says this, let's maximize our week. Let's manage our week because we only have 168 hours. We take and we subtract and allocate. Well, before we allocate, we subtract out all the things that we do during the week. And we realistically look to see how much time we have left for studying. And then if we can potentially say that we have enough time to study, then we lock in and we focus on studying during those times. But during the power of 168, if we don't have enough time to study, then now we got to start thinking about, okay, I don't have enough time to study. Where can I cut back? Maybe I'm socializing too much, right? Maybe, not the other cut down on chores, maybe you're washing clothes too long. Rather than washing clothes for 3 hours, maybe can you get your clothes washed in 1 hour? Or maybe you say, you know what? I'm participating in too many activities. Because at the end of the day, all of these numbers now are impacting how many hours you have left to study. So if you're going to have the best school year ever, my number one suggestion for you is to understand the power of 168. Go ahead. Identify all the things that you have to do and how much time it goes to it. Subtract it from 168 and then look to see realistically how much time do I really have to study. You know, traditionally, we've been taught that for every hour you're in the classroom, you should be studying about 2 hours outside the classroom. So if you're in college, you're taking 16 credit hours, hey, you should be studying about 32 credit hours outside the classroom. But when you do the power of 168, and you subtract out sleep, you subtract out work time, you subtract out classroom time, when you subtract out breakfast, lunch, and dinner time, when you subtract out travel time for those that are traveling, for those that are walking from the bedroom to the other room, subtract that out, then look to see any social activities. And the cool thing, there are not a lot of social activities going on, so you can minimize your time there. And as you subtract out everything, chores, cleaning time, relationship time, social time. Oh, by the way, most individuals, teenagers, they spend about 27.5 hours a week on social media, text messaging, video games. So now with the power of 168, if you see you don't have enough time to study, maybe you have to cut back some of that social media, video game time. At the end of the day, you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish by understanding the power of 168. Listen, has this been good for you? If this has been good for you, listen, type the number, type the number 5. No, type the number 3. Type the number 3 in the chat. If this has been good for you, type the number 3. And I want to say to you, everyone, that what's going on, Tamikia? I want to say to everyone that this will be your best school year ever. I believe it, I declare it, and I'm here with you every single morning. Hey, right now I'm shooting for the next 30 days, right? If you're a student, if you're a teacher, if you're a parent, I'm doing my job. Thank you, Melinda. She says, yes, this is really good. This is really good. Yes, this will be my best school year ever. Awesome. I'm committed to helping you make this your best school year ever. Listen, I'm Kantis Simmons. I'm the coolest guy with 7.25 fingers. Listen, today, go master those 168. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye. Hey!